my name is Jennifercipriotti and welcome to my channel. We are here today to celebrate, yes, celebrate to the makeup community, Blue Blood. It has been out for a little bit. It took me a moment to be prepared and to have my final thoughts because this is going to be more of a review video rather than a first impressions video. I have just a little bit of a background. I have blue eyes, obviously. But an interesting thing is when I heard that Jeffree Star Cosmetics was coming out with a blue palette, I remember from my gemstone collecting days that blue is America's favorite color. So it's interesting. 42% of men, blue is their favorite color, and 29% of women, it is their favorite color. So just a little fun fact. And then because I'm a gemstone collector and I love color, I feel that color has frequency, and you know, I feel like in color therapy, you kind of understand the feelings and the healing properties of color. So I just wanted to say what blue is all about. Blue is the color therapy of blue. Blue indigo increases calmness, peace, love, honesty, peace, kindness, truth, inner peace, emotional depth, and devotion. I mean, those are just a couple. But I just thought that was interesting. And I'm wondering if that's why it's America's favorite color, just because it makes us, you know, have more peace, and we freaking need that in America. So I have had, like I said, the pleasure of having this for a while and been able to play with it and use it a lot. And I'm still kind of going. I know I've been kind of like a Blue Blood cheerleader, and I think it's one of my favorite formulas, but also, like I said, because I have blue eyes and I've been wanting a blue eyeshadow palette for so long, one that was like complementary to blue eyes, not just like, oh, here's a whole bunch of crazy blue, like here's just blue. Like, I love that this is sophisticated and that there's like so many different choices of blue. Like, it's just brilliant and clever, the color story, I think. So that was one of the reasons why I was really excited about it. And let's go ahead and open her up. So this was designed, oh, by the way, like the unicorn, I pretty much like was like a kid at Christmas and just kind of like opened it up right away. Let me get a little color here, or a little more light. Kid at Christmas, just like, you know, like I don't even know where it is now. So we're just gonna open it this way. But I love that the design was like a jewelry box and like a coffin, and I'm pretty sure that the design was also meant to be Victorian, because I'll show you not only by the design but inside in the mirror. And then look at this cute little number. You see the cute little Jeffree Star? So cute. So it's got this blue metallic, and then you just kind of like open it up, and then it like just sings this beautiful inner piece colors. And then you can see the Victorian style design all around the mirror, which is really nice. It's nice and sturdy. It's yeah, it might be a little bit more bulky, but you know what, it doesn't get in the way of things because of the design of it being, you know, in like this. It doesn't knock on things, you know, like if it were just up to here. Like, I don't know, I like the design. So let's open her up and go through each color. We're gonna start with Cullinan, and Cullinan is a your icy white shade in the palette. Since day one, I have been using it as a highlighter all over the place, and inner corner. It gives you that, let me get a free finger over here, and I don't want to get it on my eyelash, but it gives you that beautiful inner corner bling. And it has just this beautiful, beautiful, like, tone to it that is, I don't know, like there must be some type of green undertone. You can't see it. You can't tell when you look at it. But I have a lot of redness in my skin, and it just kind of like tones everything out for me, and I just love it. And then the second color is Mint Tea, and it is the most perfect mint shade ever. I have been looking for this type of mint for a while, but if you notice, like especially up to my skin, girl's pigmented. Like it's pretty bright, and I tend to put white base underneath, and it shows up this exact color, and it's pretty bright. So just be aware of that when you're using that in your makeup looks, that it's pretty bright. It's one of the pastels in the palette, along with Blue Blood and I'm Cold. It's one of the other pastels. And then there's Crystal Flesh, which is a bronzy, almost leaning towards peachy shimmer. Look how pretty though. It's so pretty. I think it's going to be amazing on every skin tone. And let me tell you, the shimmer factor in all of these shimmers is really, really nice, because it's still complementing to very textured skin. And when I wear, well, I'll get into that when I get into I'm Cold, but let me just talk about this color then. So the color, what I love about this color, Crystal Flesh, is that this is one of your like kind of more wearable shades where you can wear with celebrity skin and wealthy, and just kind of like, you know, put it on and rock it, go to the grocery store or whatever. Like, you don't have to be going anywhere special, but you're gonna look pretty, because like this formula is really, really pretty. So it's one of the more neutral tones. And then there is I'm Cold, which is another pastel shade. And I'm Cold, Mint Tea, and Blue Blood look really cool, like on your lid with like just graphic liner, the kind of black that just goes here and then like up and around. I love that. I love that type of look for just one solid color, and it looks really cool like that with pastels, I think. And so that's a perfect pastel. These are gonna be your high transition shades with all the blues and stuff like that as well, if you do like a lot of blending, depending on your skill level. But I think you can use, this is deceiving, this palette is deceiving, because it might look like a very professional, like high skills palette, but it's actually pretty easy to use and wear with feminine looks, as well as, you know, the brighter, more wild, crazy stuff and fantasy, you know, eye makeup looks. This is actually very pretty and feminine. And especially when you get into these next two shades, which are your other pastels, Untouchable and Priceless. And this one's a little bit more rosy, and this one's a little bit more apricot. And when I rock the really super soft natural stuff, I've used this as a blush with my skin tone. It actually looks really nice. It just gives this like glow that looks like really fresh and youthful. And I love that. And then Priceless, because it's kind of got like a yellower undertone. Look how amazing it looks with Blue Monday. Like when you look at the color, when you think of the color wheel and everything, these are some complementary tones right here. These are also gonna be great. Well, this one's gonna be great too for a transition shade and a lid shade, especially if you're doing cut creases and things like that. And then there's Flourishing, and Flourishing is your teal green. So it's very bright. And so now we're getting into a little bit more of the pigmented, the higher pigmented colors right here. And you do not necessarily have to do this with this palette because it's very buttery and blends very well. But if you ever want to make the color pop more and increase the quickness of the blendability, you could use a really good base like a P. Louise eye base. You could use your tone, or if you really wanted to make it pop, and in which case, let's see, where's my white? Actually, this one is my white. So you could use white. If you didn't have that, you could use a ColourPop white. Although that wasn't ColourPop white, but here it is. You could use a ColourPop white. So sorry, I use mine a lot. I really like the formula. So you could use that to help boost and maximize the strength of that color if you use a white base, especially a creamy one, or a darker base with a more tonal value. So Flourishing blends very nicely with the darker colors into the lighter ones when you're doing that perfectly seamless blending, and it's just beautiful. And then there's Blue Monday. Look at it. Look at how beautiful. Like, it matches with my dress. It's so pretty. It's like, this color is like, if you were to rub the Magic Genie Rainbow Lantern, this color would pop out, like, I'm sure in, like, you know, slow beams of smoke or something. It's so pretty. Look at it. I have it right here, right in here, blended in, but it's just, it's so beautiful. It looks amazing blended in. It looks amazing in the crease, and so stunning. I've been looking around, checking out Blue Blood, like how it looks on like other people's skin tones and like with their hair color, and it's just really fun, and I'm so curious, and I'm amazed at how well, like, this looks good with like any skin tone, any hair color. It's so awesome. And so yeah. So I will also go over, I think I'll do a video actually on this, so we won't talk about that anymore. But Ice Tray is this beautiful, beautiful blue shimmer. And look at how good it looks with blue eyes. Like, it's just so stunning. Like, look at how that shines. And like I said, when I wear these under my eyes, you can't really, like, the texture doesn't really show up very much. Like, it's not like it highlights the texture. It actually kind of like takes away from showing the texture. It's hard to explain, but trust me, it's very flattering. And then there's Deceased, which when I first started practicing with my palette and using my palette, I was a little bit confused with this color, not the color, but the formula, because I could tell that it was different, but I didn't really know why. And it's more of I would describe it more as a satin finish, and not necessarily, it's more like a shine rather than a shimmer. And well, it matches my electric blue topaz, although I'm wearing it on the wrong, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful bright shade. I've been doing looks with this as well, and it's so stunning. I did one, I have to just edit the video. I did this whole mermaid eye look with like some silver glitter. It's just so pretty, combined with Entitled for a that very mermaidy type look. And Deceased is excellent blend, another excellent color to use blended with the darker into the lighter shades. And I want to do to highlight the texture of this color, I put this on my lid with an eye gloss, and it was breathtaking. It was so beautiful. I just haven't photographed it yet, but I'm gonna do that. It is so pretty. And then Blue Blood is your medium color, your medium hue of the Blue Blood palette, and matte. And it is so pretty. Blended on, you know, like as part of that whole blend from going to light, from dark to light or light to dark, it is your medium matte shade in that. And then Ice Tray is your medium shimmer in that, depending on, you know, where you're going. If you're going on your lid or under your lid, you know, and then you're using the matte above your eyes. And then you have Power, which is a perfect gray. And what I like about it is it's a neutral. It's actually one of the tones where if you didn't want to use that day any blue and you didn't want to do blue, well, you could go gray and you could do any color. I think grays go good with any color. That's just my opinion. And you could also smoke it out with a black if you wanted to do a really smoky eye and use the gray just to maybe lighten it up a little bit to sheer it out. And it just would look really pretty as a smoky, just, you know, normal smoky eye. And then Wealthy, and I hope I don't have too much blue on here. Wealthy and Celebrity Skin. I'm gonna show you, yeah, I have too much blue. Hold on, let me get, it's because I had to do this over. Let me get another wipey, but basically what I like about Wealthy and Celebrity Skin is they are your neutrals and your everyday sort of colors that you can kind of wear with anything. Celebrity Skin is a shade, just a touch different tone than my bronzer. So as I have used here, you can blow out any of the colors and put it in your crease if you just want more of just like, you know, when you open your eye, it just looks like it just highlights your eyes. It doesn't really, you know, it just looks more like neutral-ish. And I've also been, you know, Celebrity Skin, high brow bone shade, matte. And then Celebrity Skin I've also been using when I'm wearing more of the neutral colors. I have also been using that for my nose because, like I said, it's a light bronzer. And it works great as a light bronzer. Depending on your skin tone, I'm very fair. It just depends on your skin tone and how you use it. If you are, I would actually love to know how you guys are, you know, different skin colors and hair colors, how you're using the palette. I love talking about this because it's so fun, but I'm curious. And then Entitled is the most perfect mermaid shade. So it is a true aqua green, and in my opinion, Entitled and Ocean Ice, I'm pretty darn sure must have about, to me it feels like maybe like 10 to 15%, 20%, I don't know, like 10 to 15% more glitter. Maybe 10. Okay, anyway, I'm just getting too analytical, but there's a little bit more glitter in there, and I love that. It gives you this, it like amps up the glam factor and makes it a little bit more feminine and pretty that way. And I just love it. I did an eye look with, like I said, it doesn't highlight your texture, so you can use it under your eyes. And I did an eye look, and you can look up my Instagram, with this underneath, just very bold and very soft swept up here into like this plain cat eye. And it looked beautiful. That was underneath, and I'm telling you, I have really textured skin under my eyes, and it looked flawless. It just looked so pretty. And then I will talk about next Ocean Ice. And when I used these two together, they were Jeffree Star Cosmetics approved, which was really exciting, by the way. But I used this color, and remember when I was talking about using the same color base to amp up a pigment that's very dry, or using a white? Well, I don't know, maybe they knew that too or something, because when I used Ocean Ice, I used Titanic underneath, which is to me the liquid form of, I will pull it out in a second here. Titanic is kind of like the liquid form of Ocean Ice, in my opinion. And I'm gonna be doing a separate video on how to use all of the liquid lips, Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lips, as eyeliners and eyeshadow, and how to blend them out properly, understanding the formula, and like the lead time and all that. And like I said, watch my first video and you'll understand why I think that way. But I really think that Titanic is kind of like, in my opinion, the liquid form of Ocean Ice. And then we have Cremated, which is a beautiful darker gray to Power. And when you're comparing it to Power, and it's got a tinge more of a green or like a khaki tealy sort of color to it. It looks so pretty just in the outer corner, blended out, or a crease or whatever, and either with Crystal Flash or with Ice Tray. It just looks so pretty. Cremated is one of my favorite colors, and it looks really great with the liquid lips, the color called Abused, and I'll refer back to it when I'm going through those. And then there's Undertaker, another very highly pigmented shade, texturally speaking. You can feel it. It's a little bit more dry. Still blends good, but like I said, I never experience any problems because I use a good base, but you don't have to. But it is one of the more darker tones of the palette. I love, 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 and it's navy. What I love is that there's such a contrast between, there's a selection of contrast between the dark and the light, and I love that because, like I said, other palettes will have like one shade, you know, light and one shade dark, or not even. So I love that about this palette, and highly recommend getting it. Like I said, it's versatile. You can wear it every day. It's feminine. It's beautiful. Stay tuned right now because I'm going to go through Blue Blooded liquid lips and show you those. So here's the box. Blue Blooded. It's even cute the way that it, like Blue Blooded, like it could have just said Blue Blood, but he made it all like Blue Blooded. And then here is the front of the package. You lift like so, and here it all is, all cutely put together. I love that the names are actually on the carton underneath. I really, really like that because I use these a lot. You can also, like, one day, there was a look that I did on my Instagram page where I used like almost all of them on my eye. I was, like I said, I was just like, got this palette and I'm just like, okay, I went a little nuts with the color, expressing myself, you know, with all these colors every day. Now I'm gonna probably tone down and look at it a little bit more realistically and have a little bit more fun. But like I said, when I first got the palette, I was just like kind of going crazy and just like wanted to try everything and just experience it and express myself with it. But anyways, so what I did that day is I put them all in color order just to help me use them. So I changed them up and rearranged them just so that I had them. But I actually kind of like that they have the names on them. There are 2 new ones in the collection of line of Velour liquid lipsticks, and it is Titanic and Ice Tray. And then I will also highlight the ones that have the most amazing root beer scent, and that are these. Those are they. Blue Velvet and Abused have the most beautiful, not beautiful, but like it reminds me of like those bottle caps. I don't know, most of you are probably too young to know what that is, but like there used to be this candy called bottle caps, and it smells just like the root beer bottle cap. And so here is Drug Lord, and Drug Lord is your white, and you can use this as eyeliner, but refer to my video when it comes out, because like I said, I would be explaining how to use all of these. It's eyeshadow or eyeliner, or when you're doing, you know, like these fantasy makeup and all this kind of cool stuff. People have been ombreing with this and it looks really amazing. And then there's Ice Tray. And Ice Tray is a total periwinkle cornflower blue. Then there is Jawbreaker, which I think is a really cute shade. Another one that reminds me of like the 90s or whatever. Jawbreaker is a great eyeliner, and it works great on the waterline, and this is what it would look like on against your skin. It's very turquoise. And then this was Ice Tray up on the skin. And then I'm using Ice Trays in my waterline, but I don't know. Hopefully it hasn't worn out very much. But I have Titanic as a glitter liner, and then Ice Tray on my waterline right now. But this is Blue Velvet, which is the next shade, and it is a perfect bright violet, violet-ish, navy-ish blue. And in my opinion, how I look at it, it's a liquid Blue Monday. That's how I see it, but that's just me. So on your lips, I gotta do a look with this. I think I used You're Still on the Property, but this is a little bit brighter. I gotta do something with this. And then there's Abused, and Abused is, I would say it's a plum gray up against the skin. And just gonna say, like, with the palette, it adds just another like dimension. If you wanted something a little bit different, Abused looks really cool with the color story of Blue Blood. And then there's Diamond, and Diamond is a solid lilac, in my opinion, of describing the color. It's really beautiful in the waterline. And then Titanic, which is my favorite of the whole collection, and it is a super, super glitter. And I use this with Ocean Ice as a glitter liner. I don't know if you can really see the reflection on it. I didn't do it very heavy because I knew it was going on camera, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't too much. But the nice thing about this is if you're just using this, this will stay. So this is why it's a very nice base as well. And then there is Medusa. And Medusa is a very nice gray. And I really love using Medusa with, let's see if I can hold it up, with Cremated as an eyeliner. It goes really nicely with that. I mean, it's gonna go, all of these are going to go great with each other. It's just a great color story. Oh, and on the skin, it's really pretty. And then Titanic is like a glitter navy. So that is the Blue Blooded, Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blooded Liquid Lip Bundle. And I really hope that you go ahead and try Blue Blood and give it a try and experiment with it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that this was helpful. Have a wonderful day. Please join me again. Thank you. Bye.